drops an album this year. I heard he's working on something.
I thought he was never dropping again.
Man, Jay-Z is crazy. It's his second retirement, man. He retired the first time with the Black Album, came back, dropped another classic, said he's not gonna drop any more albums.
Yeah, because I thought Magna Carta was his last.
Now I'm pretty sure he's gonna drop one more. He loves music too much.
Yeah, we need. He doesn't even do it for the money now. I think he just does it for the legacy.
Yeah, man.
And to be fair, Jay-Z was kind of the first one to do this whole dropping albums without people knowing.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of did it with Samson, but he didn't do it in the sense of not people knowing when it's dropping, but he did it in the sense that he didn't release like physical CDs.
Yeah. Smart guy, man. Smart guy.
Very smart. Very smart.
Okay, last thing on Lemonade. Lemonade was such an impact that a woman committed suicide.
Yeah, I saw that shit. I'm sorry. Ladies, you have to stop letting... Not even ladies. People have to stop celebrities dictating their life.
Dude, it's ridiculous, man.
That's why I always say, bro, support your friends the way you support these artists that don't even know you.
People want to be something they can't. And then you know what's messed up? She left a child behind.
Oh, shit.
Guess what was the name of the child?
Don't tell me Blue Ivy.
No. Yo, rest in peace to this child's mother, man. But you're going to laugh at the name, man.
What?
Jayonce.
Fuck out of here.
Yes.
Yo, bro, that's not even laughing, man.
I'm not even joking, man. I feel bad because the mom is supposed to pass away, man. But her child, I don't even know if it's son or girl, man. I don't even know if this is a boy or a girl's name, but it's Jayonce, man.
Yeah, damn.
No joke, it's Jayonce, man. When I read it, I thought it was a joke, but then I researched it, and it's actually Jayonce.
Wow.
That's damn near obsession. Apparently, she wasted most of her salary buying tickets for Beyonce's tour.
What the?
Every tour Beyonce's ever had, she bought tickets for like I don't know how many shows.
Wow, Beyonce better like cup up some cash and give it to that Jayonce kid or something.
For real, man. That's ridiculous. It just goes to show, like.
I mean, that's sad. That's really sad.
It stands, man. That's why I keep telling people, like, when artists establish themselves. That's why
I don't. When it comes to music, I don't talk to stans at all.
Yeah, because they number one, their opinion is biased.
Yeah, always.
Number two, the artist can do no wrong.
Yeah.
He can do no wrong. If Drake drops a song called Yo and he just says Yo on the track, people are gonna be like, Yo, you don't understand.
Yeah, and there's like a fire beat behind it.
Yeah.
This is the thing with me. Like, obviously, I have like my favorite artists. Obviously, I mean the J. Cole's, Kendrick, Wale, Big Sean. Like, I'm talking about these recent guys. Like, Drake is also obviously there. Future and whatnot. But then if they drop shit that's garbage, I say like, yo, this is garbage.
Yeah, it's garbage. Garbage is garbage, man.
Yeah. It's like people try to find the right way to do something, to accept something that's wrong.
Yeah. For real.
It's like, no.
People will bend rules to prove other people like what they're saying is the correct thing. Like sometimes, yo, okay, I'm pissed off at hip hop, kind of, but not really, because it seems like J. Cole is good enough when they mention Kendrick before.
Oh, I get what you
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people forget He released an album with no promotion and also no features.
No singles.
No singles, nothing, no radio play. This guy was just doing shows and pretty much Twitter going like, yo, I'm dropping an album in a week. Alright, cool. This is the day. Go pick it up if you want to. And it wasn't like, oh my god, the best album, this is a single, whatever.
Dude, I think J. Cole's album is a classic.
It's a classic. I don't even care what people say, man. It's a classic.
You're gonna remember J. Cole for Forest Hill Drive. You know why? Because it's so relatable to everybody.
Dude, it's a normal kid's life.
It relates to every dude.
Man,
every thought when he's with that girl and whatnot. I swear to God, that's every dude's thought. Every dude's thoughts.
Oh my god! Why are people so lucky, man? Why do people always have this story like, yo, a girl came up to me? Why is everybody, most of the guys that lost their virginity, why is the story like that, man?
Oh, she came up to me.
Yeah. Because I swear girls make it seem like guys are like the predators. Wait. But it's the same.
Trust me, it's definitely the same. Like, there's some savage girls out here.
For sure, man. Because, man, I'm just saying, that story is very similar to a lot of people. But not me, but, you know.
It's been a savage week, especially back home.
Oh, my God. Mozambique is
in shambles.
Man, that country, I've never seen. No, not never seen, because there's been countries, but I never experienced it. I never thought it would happen to Mozambique, to have a country fall so hard like that, man.
This is probably wrong to say, but I don't give a fuck. But these are very interesting economic times.
They are.
In terms of, these are the types of things in economics you learn, but it's all theoretical. Like, going through it, okay, someone is like, oh shit, it's shit. The other half is like, okay, this is very interesting. Because now, let's say we get past this. We're gonna get past this.
Yeah.
The next time when you go to your economics class, let's say our kids or whatever, they're gonna have like a full front example of how to get past a situation like this and how to avoid it.
You know what I was talking to my dad like a week ago. He was trying to explain to me what happened, whatever, with the money, saying that yes, some was stolen, but the other was just mismanagement, whatever. I was like, what people should be realizing, the bigger picture right now, or one of the bigger pictures right now, is that Mozambican education has failed us once again.
True.
People are now realizing that. Like, the bigger picture here is that Mozambican education has failed us once again. There's no way that people that work or graduate or got a degree in that area failed to notice what's happening. There's no way. This makes no sense.
Mismanagement is using capital in a manner in which it doesn't produce assets. It produces more liabilities. That's what's mismanagement. What's happening here is that we don't know where the people don't know how to explain. The government doesn't know how to explain how the money was used.
It's not that the government doesn't know how to explain. They do know how to explain. They
can explain it in the sense that, like, we bought this, and this, because that's what they see. But they don't know in terms of the direct costs They know the direct costs, but they don't know the indirect costs.
That's you see what I'm saying? You studied that. You're aware of it. Get it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The people that were in charge of this, did they not study? Are they not aware of direct and indirect costs?
Yeah. About
You get what I mean? And then like government is not a business.
This is what
You know what I mean?
This is what Mozambican government needs to explain, need to understand. That is not a business. People are elected there, yes, to work, but it's not a business.
It's not a business. It's definitely not. How are they trying? This is the problem with government in Mozambique. Government in Mozambique is being ran like a business. People want to be businessmen so bad. They're so eager to be rich. How is the government taking care of a country business? Other countries, they have private sectors. Different people are involved.
Mm-hmm.
Only now, oh my God, now there's debt, they're asking help from the companies in the country.
Fuck that. My company ain't gonna do shit.
Man, I just don't get it. But one thing I like though, I kind of like this prime minister. Because he didn't find any excuses. He admitted to all the wrongdoing.
They blamed. Did you not see that they blamed Renamo for not disclosing? I don't know
for not disclosing. Yeah, but you know certain things. How can I explain it? It's not his decision. It's a collective. But so Mozambique is running now. Mozambique, the new government, mind you, they only have like a year, right? They've been a year in power.
Yeah.
The new government is running Mozambique like Germany runs this country. There's a president, but the main face is the prime minister.
Oh.
You know, Germany has a president.
Yeah.
You don't really hear about the president.
But then there's the chancellor and whatnot.
Yeah, you hear more about the prime minister, the lady.
Portugal is also like that in a sense.
Yeah. See, so news is basically on the background, but Mozambique still hasn't caught up to the concept because it's something new. So people still they still want to hear from news. They're like, oh, news, but what is the news saying? What is the news saying? News right now is not really like the public image. The public image right now is the prime minister. So he goes in the room, they tell him what to go say, what to go do, whatever. Okay. But then going back to what I was saying, one thing I liked is that he tackled Mozambican population to help the country, which is something nobody had done in a long time. He said foreign investment, we're importing more than we export. That is 100% truth. I've been saying this for so long.
But you know what's the thing there?
What?
This is just this. It's a very systematic. It's like a circle. It's like this. Let's say I come up with a business idea for a manufacturing company.
Yeah.
This company will I make the whole business plan and I forecast that I'm able to manufacture for the Mozambican population and I'll be able to export, and I've found like a market outside. Yeah, fine, cool. But I need a certain amount of money to really let's say I already have the business, yeah, but I want to start exporting, and I need much more funding, like an investment, like a loan from the bank, so that I'm able to support the exporting to manufacture. Because let's say I'm working at 60% capacity, and if I work at 80% capacity, I'm able to export. Yeah. So let's say I go to the bank, an investment bank in Mozambique, BCE, namely. And I say, I show them the business plan, I show them the forecast, I show them how much I want and how much I'll be able to give back. Like at what interest and everything. They see that the plan is viable. But guess what they're going to say? No. You know why? You know why? Because they're much more willing to give you money to go buy a car than to invest in a business. That's the problem with the Mozambican mentality. So I'm saying it's a vicious circle, because then what happens is, let's say then my company dies because I'm not able to, because I'm still just working at 60% capacity. Then what happens? Now other commodities that we need, they have to start being imported. Well, I have the land, I have the infrastructure to be producing this, but because they don't want to allow me to invest in it, bam. That's how I see it.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is the problem. You have to take into consideration that Mozambique is a poor country as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the money that they're going to give you, they need it back in order to reinvest for someone else that's asking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The business is viable. I will give it back with interest.
Yeah, with interest, but there's a period of time. So they can't just wait for you to do it.
No, but that's a loan. That's the concept of a loan at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying. That's a concept. Mind you, Mozambique hasn't stopped loans. I can assure you of that, because I remember what I was telling you. Like, we came back from Switzerland, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We got a loan as well. Yeah. Our loan wasn't small. It was quite a big loan. But then again, how can I explain? What the Prime Minister was saying is that Mozambicans are willing to get things from outside more than they get from inside the country.
Okay, so I get what you mean.
Yeah, so the balance of export to import.
Yeah, the balance of trades and stuff.
Yeah, mind you, Mozambique had one of the biggest aluminum companies in the world, Mozal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mozal decreased by 30%.
No, but that's because of the price of commodities also.
Of course, it is because of the price of commodities.
I mean, the biggest exporter in terms of certain commodities last year, I think it was cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't even from Mozambique, but on a global scale, I think cocoa was like exporting the most. And then this is also because China stopped.
He mentioned that too.
They closed up their barriers, and stuff like that.
He mentioned that too. Man. But what he's trying to say is that he didn't want to be blamed. He didn't want to be like, he didn't want to blatantly say, Mozambicans, you don't invest in your own country. That's what he didn't want to do.
Okay, I get what you mean.
You know what I mean?
But you know what? It's because we're consumers. We're not producers. We've never learned how to produce. So, and also the other thing, this even goes back from it goes way back to your young ages. It's kind of like, for example, if you, O'Brien, came up to me and it's like, yo, man, I want to open up a lemonade stand. I'll be like, man, fuck out of here with that bullshit. You get me?
See, that's the mentality he was indirectly stating. He was
that's the mental God.
Yeah, Mozambican mentality is get the fuck out of fuck out of here with whatever you're saying. It goes back to what you were saying, like support your friends' businesses.
Yeah. Do you know? I think Mozambicans don't know. Not even Mozambique. Africans don't know that it's really normal for a kid that's 18 to be a waiter or a bartender.
Yo, oh my God! It's funny you say this. My cousin, right? So, my dad is comfortable.
Calm.
Because he worked his ass off.
As he should be.
Yeah, as he should be. People act like it's my fault my dad gives me what he gives me. No, he's giving his son what he wants to give his son. So my cousin feels like he's been done wrong. Somewhere God doesn't like him. And he doesn't get the same things. Mind you, my dad has offered to pay for school. He went to school for a few years, dropped out, did whatever. He's always trying to hustle, all these things. So cool. He had this girlfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which happened to know my sister. and she was talking to my sister, and my sister goes, and she asked my sister, like, yo, why doesn't your cousin want to do anything? My sister's like, I don't know. He's your boyfriend. Have you asked him? She's like, yo, I told him to start working, start small. He likes to hustle, whatever. He can become a waiter. From a waiter, he'll find how the restaurants get food inside. He'll probably find a way to get food to the restaurants as well. So, and start building from there. You know what he said?
Yeah.
Being a waiter is not on my level. Yo, mind you, this guy is broke, yo. This nigga has no money.
You know what's the thing?
Damn.
As we say in Mozambique, we have too many people who think there's too much self-entitlement in Mozambique.
Dude, it's the communist.
And obviously from us speaking, obviously we're in quote-unquote privileged positions because, I mean, our parents worked their asses off to put us in these positions that we are today.
Yep.
But then we're still humble, and we still look at certain situations and we're like, okay, if, God forbid, let's say our parents lose everything,
mm-hmm.
I wouldn't, truthfully, I wouldn't mind going out and being a waiter. If that's what
I wouldn't mind too, man.
If that's what I have to do. Because at the end of the day, really, it's not about what people think of you.
No, of course not.
No, I mean, it's at the end of the day, if my friends still ride with me, pause. My family.
Yeah.
Because I know some people will be like, what? Ride with who?
Good one. Yeah, for real. That was a good one.
I still have my family trusting and believing in me.
Yeah.
And I still have my spirituality. Hey.
True. In these days, that's much needed, man. It's 50-50, man.
Like I always say, like, you have to redefine success.
Elaborate on that.
So people, the idea of success is having money, cars, houses. Yes, right.
Pretty much the idea of success comes from the American dream, man.
Yeah, the American dream. That's the idea of success. But then for that guy who stayed 2-3 years without a job, finally got a job, finally managed to get a small, like an apartment, and he's maybe still driving, like, and still goes to work by Sharpa. Is that not success for him?
That's the problem,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Redefine success.
Mozambicans don't understand that, though. And I wish I could talk for the whole of Africa, but
yeah, you don't. Really.
I can't because I don't really know. So forgive me if the listeners are not from Mozambique and they hear, but I'm talking from like personal experience. Like Mozambicans, we have this thing of, I like to say it's the little residue of communism we still have left in our mentality. Number one, if that guy is successful, I need to be as successful as him.
Yeah.
That's how Mozambicans think. What does that bring? That brings hatred, envy. Instead of going to ask how he got there, they have pride. So they need to destroy you. So you're in the same level.
You know why? It's because not only that part of the person has pride to ask, it's because the person who is being asked will see you as will immediately see you as somebody who's an inferior and didn't know. Like, for example, I mean, this is just even like high school shit, like back in the playground shit, in which, even classroom shit, in which, let's say you're in the classroom and the teacher's explaining something you don't understand, and the minute you ask, like, yo, can you please explain that again? Like, oh, what you mean here? What are your friends going to do? They're not going to think like, oh, he's smart, he's asking. Probably that guy your friends probably also don't even know what the teacher is explaining. But because you were the one that asked, they're going to be like, oh, Obi's a dumbass. He doesn't know shit. Do you get me? But there's no wrong in asking.
I'm touched, bro.
But that's the honest truth.
No, especially that's 100%.
Especially in malls, the moment you ask something, people immediately think like, oh, how? The immediate reaction is like, oh, how don't you know this?
He's dumb.
He's dumb. He's stupid. It's like, no, I just want to know, like, yo, how did you get that fucking McLaren?
No, they don't get it, man. That's why King Gabuza, no disrespect, man. I love that man. That's why King Gabuza can get away with stuff.
You know what? In all honesty, despite what he did, there's a little bit of me that respects his hustle. Yo. Damn, I'm sorry, guys. The internet again.
I respect his hustle. I respect his hustle. Look, I respect his hustle 100%.
Yeah. But, damn, is the internet gone?
Don't think so.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. But the other part, which I say, which is wrong for him, or most politicians around the world, there's nothing, this is the truth, I respect his hustle. There's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with having 5-6 meals a day.
No.
Nothing wrong. What's wrong is that one poor person not even having one.
Yep.
Plain and simple. So for him to not fathom that, although I kind of respect his hustle and whatnot, that's the part in which I don't respect him completely. The love for another human, the fact that he doesn't have that. Because people can put out these words, oh, he's greedy, and whatnot. But the truth is just that he just doesn't have love for another human being that's not related to him.
Look, man, for me, millions and African presidents should never be in the same sentence. Never. I still don't understand how Angolan president is worth 20 billion, his daughter 3. I don't understand how our president is what?
Dollars.
Yeah, $20 billion a day. And I don't understand how our president is worth millions. Like, that stuff that makes no sense. You can't be worth millions when the GDP is under $1, yo. That just makes no sense. It just, the gap, it's $1 to $1 million. That's ridiculous. That's not even, what is that? That's 1,000,000% difference. The fuck?
Yeah, it's fucked up. That doesn't make
sense.
I think the moment, like, you can't have more than your country in a whole.
You can't.
That just doesn't make sense.
Technically, he has more money that's in the reserves of the country.
Yeah, basically.
But he got it selling ducks, man. Those must be some golden ducks, man.
I don't know how the fuck he came with that.
Yo, that guy is Camponês, man. You guys don't get it confused, man. That guy's from the village.
He got there.
It's funny. I told you how, like, I'm like the internet in Mozambique.
Yeah.
Connect to the fullest.
The plug.
So it's funny. I'm the plug for real. I should start selling drugs in Mozambique. No, I'm joking. I know the drug situation in Mozambique is pretty bad right now. But anyways, so you know what happened past weekend? Apparently he went to church by himself. Not what I mean by himself, like without family. I'm pretty sure he had like his bodyguards or whatever.
Yeah.
But without family, no family. Like no children, no wife, just him, man.
Okay.
It feels like no. I'm saying it feels like because like Shisano when he used to go to church would be with like his wife at least.
Oh, you mean like what?
It's like
like what happened?
Yeah, it's like it feels like pressure is getting to them.
Yeah, it is. It should be.
But then again, they're saying like the wife had her twin sister passed away, so she was at home. But it's been more than a month, so I don't think so. I don't think it's that. Plus to church.
Yeah. Truth is, we don't know, man.
We don't know, but it seems like it's getting to them. They're saying the children are not in Mozambique anymore. They're all gone.
No, they had to go though.
Dude, this is just sad, man. You see all of this. I learned this from Pablo Escobar, man. He said in Narcos, he said, what's the point of you having money if you can't go back home? All this money. You can't even live in your own country, man.
That's why you gotta be like Mugabe.
Yo, Mugabe's a real one, man. Shout outs to Mugabe, man.
That nigga. We are not gays. I got nothing against gay people, but Mugabe is so real.
Mugabe's a real one. Do you remember? I don't know if you watched this when he was in CNN. They asked him, "So when are you going to leave power?" He's like, "Have you ever asked the Queen when is she going to leave power?" Yeah. Mugabe is a savage.
Yeah, Mugabe, real nigga.
He's a savage. He was like, "Go ask the Queen, nigga. Leave it alone."
Dude is crazy.
But damn, dude, I feel like my dad is like, yo, you're starting to think like a politician. I was like, no, it's not even I'm thinking like a politician. I'm thinking like a businessman. Because if I want to be a businessman, I need to be aware of what's going on in the country.
Yeah.
And then I thought to myself, I'm like, yo, if what people were reporting about Gaddafi wanting to start African Union, all this other stuff, why didn't the other African leaders carry on the legacy?
Because they're they're in bed with America.
Man, these mother.
An African.
I hadn't even thought about that, but damn, these mother.
They're in bed with America, so and like America basically controls Africa. Really, why do you think they don't like the fact that the Chinese are coming through? Because
that's why. And your country just sold their soul as well to US.
Motherfuckers.
We were probably the only country being protected by the French and Russians.
Mm-hmm. Especially Russians because of that communist link.
Yep. But now we're done. Even Russia couldn't stop us just because of this stupid thing, man. Everyone left Mozambique, man. British. They're not giving aid to Mozambique. World Bank,
Denmark,
no more. IMF, and this is just the beginning.
Denmark closed their embassy.
Denmark, man, this is just the beginning. Watch, man. The only thing that can happen right now is them gambling with natural gas. That's the only way.
Yeah, but
they'll have to sell it.
They can't sell it. But the good thing is that the price of oil is coming back.
No, they'll have to sell it. Dude. How are they going to develop with no money?
No, but what's happening is that what they did is that they auctioned like areas for different companies.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's pretty much selling.
No, but then we still get like tax money from it.
Yeah, like we were supposed to get tax money from Mozart. We never did. You get what I mean? You know what I mean?
But what I like, the difference is now is that like we don't have in Parliament there aren't those. I don't know. Maybe this is because it's still the beginning, but there aren't those really like over the top greedy guys.
No, they aren't. No, it's not because it's just the beginning. You're right. They aren't.
They aren't because the old. Let's just call it the old regime.
It is the old regime.
The old regime are the guys who fought in the wars and felt that they were entitled because they liberated Mozambique. Now,
because they were hiding under trees, on top of trees, never went to fight. Damn these guys, man. The real guys that fought died. Man.
Yeah. Now, what's happening is like these guys already have a bit of money, can already sustain their families. Like, they're good.
Yup.
So for them to be in that position, it's more of a status thing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It seems like it's more of the status thing. I mean, for example, South Korea, we already know that dude has money.
Damn, dude.
I mean, he was Pt.2 of BCE.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm gossiping, man, but like it's not looking good for him as well. I'm just saying, man, it's just not looking good, man. Some documents are coming out and it's not looking good, man.
Well, we kind of already knew about it. We kind of already suspected him, but hey.
I feel it's just so much in Mozambique. Is so much. I think they should just let him because he's actually doing good. Just let him be. Let him just get to a certain point where the next person can carry on.
No, but the thing is, if we let him, it just goes back to that poor mentality of closing our eyes or looking the other way.
But you know what's the problem?
I'm sorry, guys. Internet today is really, 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 really fucked. But I'll be back up in a few minutes. Well, seconds. Fuck's sake. Let me try this connection. Should be back in a bit. Yeah, we back. Let's give it a few seconds. Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying, I'm sorry, internet connection. Should probably
it's good.
We should probably wrap up. So yeah, say your last point.
No, I was going to say in Mozambique, the only thing we need to do right now is rebrand.
Yeah.
Find new avenues, whatever. One year is enough for the new government to see what's wrong and where they need to take it.
Yeah. No, if you check my Facebook post, I posted something from Trading Economics, and I was commenting with a homie of mine. We should probably have this homie of mine on the podcast because he's very like knowledgeable in terms of finance and economics. Mm-hmm. So he can give like an outside perspective on possible solutions. I guess we'll start next week's the following podcast. We don't know whether it's going to be next week or whenever because we busy.
For real, man.
Yeah. But overall, good talk, man.
Yeah, not to leave Mozambique and make it seem like it's a shit country. On a positive note, congratulations to the futsal team. Man.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah, we forgot about that.
We made it.
Yeah, we're going to the World Cup, man.
We made it to the World Cup, man. That's dope.
You know what's the weird thing? It's like some of those guys I used to play.
African Cup.
Yeah, I used to play football with some of those guys. That's what makes it amazing.
I only played football with one of them, but yeah, that's dope, man. Ricardin? No, not Ricardin.
No, they
were Edson.
Oh, okay, yeah, I also played with him.
Yeah, he used to go to Kitab.
He played well in the game. He played well. Like there's a video that somebody posted against.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if I find it, I'll send you the link.
Dope.
Yeah, but fantastic for them. Really fantastic. No, in terms of cultural stuff, I'm adding sports in terms of culture. Mozambique is looking good. I mean, musically we're good. Although we have a few, Mulher Melancias and shit. But hey, what is it? But yeah, musically we're good. We just had like the Zouk Festival, which is like one of the biggest festivals in Mozambique. What else? I mean, sports teams are good. The basketball teams are doing good. The hockey team always goes far. Mm-hmm. Other than this the economics side, everything else is moss, really.
Yeah, man. We're on the up and up, but down, which is weird, but we'll get there, man.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
I mean, there's always trials and tribulations.
Always, man. Yeah. Always.
Overall, yeah, this is basically episode 4. I don't have much to say anymore. What you say?
Man, me too, man. Me too. So to close us off, I'm gonna hit you guys with some knowledge, man.
Who, me or you?
Nah. No, I will.
Oh, shit.
I will hit you guys with some knowledge.
All right, go. Hit it.
Some jewels. Something for you to carry in your day-to-day life. From the almighty, one and only, the greatest, the young OG, the young king, the young god that he is. My nigga J. Cole.
I knew it was going to be so bullshit. Go on.
No, I'm serious, yo. I'm serious. It says, you either play the game or you watch the game play you. And be that broke motherfucker talking about, I stay true.
Shit.
Think about it.
Peace, guys.
Peace.